Hey guys, it is Tuesday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do a Truckin' Tuesday or Two for Tuesday, whatever you want to call it, video. We don't do these every week, but when we get the opportunity, we do them. And this week, we're not taking a look at Mopar trucks for a change. We're taking a look at a couple of Chevys, and not your typical square body Chevys either, or the OBS Chevys. These are a little bit older than that, and they're both barn finds, projects in progress, patina, weathered, whatever term you'd like to use to describe stuff like this. So, yeah, that huge lot of beat up cars are all factory releases from M2, Johnny Lightning, Jada, and Green Light. And yes, we do have videos coming up on each and every one of them. Some of them we've already done videos on, some of them we haven't. We're just getting around to them a little at a time. So the two we're taking a look at today are these two guys here. Well, this is one, the Gone Fishing set from Johnny Lightning from back in 2017. It's a pretty limited set, 1 of 3,000. And then one of the very few true 1/64th vehicles from Jada that is not overdone with exaggerated body lines. It's not too big for 1/64. It's actually pretty decent. So that's why I picked it up. Now, this one, actually, I screwed up and I bought it because I made an offer on one and they did not respond for, like, I don't know, almost 1 day. And so I found another one that had a pretty reasonable price, so I bought it. And just my luck, like 2 hours after I bought the one, the person accepted my offer, and then I had a second one coming. So now I have two of these. This one's still sealed in a very nice blister pack, clamshell type package. So if you're not an opener and you want one in a pristine package, this is it right here. Because as I said, when you make those offers now on eBay, they go ahead and take your credit card info or bank account or whatever you have linked to your account, and if the person accepts your offer, then they automatically bill your card, and it says auto paid. So that's what happened to me, and that's why I have two of them. But it's a cool truck they have two of. So anyways, as I said, this one I have. If somebody needs one, they can have it for $10 plus shipping, whatever that is. And I have a couple other ones that happened to me on too that we're gonna go over in the coming weeks, and they're going to be listed on my eBay or my Instagram, so be sure to check it out, because I have a couple other patinaed vehicles that the same thing happened to me on. I gotta learn to have more patience after I make a bid so I don't end up with 2 or 3 of each car. So anyways, yeah, this just tells you on the back what was in this series. This had a 62 Volkswagen Bus, a 64 Chevy Impala, 56 Ford F100, a 57 Chevy Suburban, which is the one we have, 69 Chevy Camaro, a 59 Cadillac, a 70 Boss 429 Mustang, a 63 Chevy Corvette, a 47 Ford COE Flatbed, a 65 Shelby Cobra, and a, I don't know what the DIV Cruiser panel, and a 67 Shelby GT500. I guess they had a couple series of the for sale, because there's a 59 El Camino that's really nicely done too, and it's a true to scale vehicle. Actually, it could be even a hair smaller than 1/64, but it's close enough to fit pretty good. And anyways, this is one that is true to scale. The other one in this series that is kind of true to scale is this 47 Ford COE, which is pretty nice for a diorama. And that's pretty much it. All the other ones are a little bit big, or the body lines are over exaggerated, or they have big wheels, or they're a pro street like the Camaro. And I think the Shelby is also a pro street. that's been abandoned, which could have happened. There are abandoned Pro Street projects now. The cars that were built back in the 80s and 90s, you probably can find some Pro Street cars sitting behind buildings or inside barns and stuff. So anyways, they always have a little description on these vehicles where it says for sale, 57 Chevy Suburban, excellent condition, new tires, good interior, will sell fast. So let's put that over to the side and go ahead and take a look at the one I have open. So what's really cool is they have the for sale sign in the window, and it has a price on it, I believe, for maybe it doesn't have a price. It's just I don't even know what that says. It could be a price. It's just not really legible. But anyways, I like how they make the windows dirty. They make that little like tampo for cracked glass on it. Really cool. And as you can see, it has a louvered hood, which is just a tampo. It's really not louvered. And then the discolored chrome with a little bit of rust on it, and then the blacked out headlight looks like one is missing, the other one looks like it's busted. Still rims with dirty tires and stuff, and this used to be Jocelyn's Sweet Treats. So this was a bakery delivery vehicle, which is pretty cool. It says the same thing on the back door. Dripping, runny rust look is really cool. It looks like this truck would have been once a very vibrant pink or maybe orange. Hard to tell, but I'm going to probably say more of maybe the pink because of its being a woman's bakery and the name Jocelyn. It probably was like some hot neon pink color or something like that. But it's really nicely done. Metal on metal, rubber tires, and such detailed chassis. And as I said, it does work pretty good in 1/64. I always take my Auto World to do a comparison, and these trucks were huge. So was a 58 Plymouth. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same length as Christine. And if you put them next to each other, it looks like they belong with one another. It fits right in. As you can see, the diorama and some of the other stuff there, it looks pretty good. And, anyway, so this one, as I said, if you need one, I have one. I'll even trade it for another factory resto ride. If it's a nice one that I need, like M2 Auto Project, still looking for a few of those, looking for some stuff from Green Light and Johnny Lightning. The only problem with Johnny Lightning's, a lot of their stuff is too small, such as like their let's say the Mopars, their not Roadrunner, but their Superbird and their Super B. Both of those are really nicely done, but they're too small. Same thing with the 69 Charger. Now, if you were going with all Johnny Lightning stuff and you were careful with what you had in your collection, you could probably pull it off with a little bit smaller than 1/64 diorama with all Johnny Lightning. I have a few Johnny Lightnings in my junkyard, but they are ones that are pretty true to scale, like the 76 Roadrunner Volare. It's pretty close, and a couple we have not unboxed yet. They're pretty close. I have one or two that are a hair bit small, but if I put them in the right place, they blend in pretty good. So speaking of Johnny Lightning, here is one that is definitely true to scale. It could even be maybe slightly big, but I would say probably not. It just sets a little bit high, but it is pretty true to scale. The 65 C10. This is a 2017 series, and it was released A, I believe, because B was red. I used to have both of them when I lived in the Philippines, and I got rid of both of them before I came back. And I finally found this again for a reasonable price, because they are pretty limited and they're getting hard to find nowadays. And yeah, let's see here. It's a 1965 Chevy truck with boat and trailer. So on the back, it tells you what else was in this series. 73 Chevy Caprice with boat and trailer which is a wagon, and it's a nice casting. It's just a little small. The 79 International Scout 2 with boat and trailer. I think it's okay. It may be a hair small, but I think it would blend in with some dioramas. I'm just building dioramas, that's why I'm picky. But if you're leaving them on the card, all Johnny Lightnings are great, in my opinion. But if you're going to put them in a diorama, it's a little bit hard to make some of them work. This tells you about how to join the Johnny Lightning Collector Club and so forth. And they had a Royal Bobcat goat back then in 2017. I don't know what the vehicle is now. I know in the past couple of years there was a 71 Demon that was pretty cool, but I'm not sure what they have this year, if they even have the club anymore. So let's get this guy out and take a look at him. And I am not keeping the boat and trailer. I am just keeping this really lovely truck to put over in the junkyard, or the Field of Dreams, I call it, waiting to be restored by some lucky buyer that would come to Muscle Car Garage and have it restored and so forth. Or it could turn into a parts vehicle. But it's cool. It's nicely done. It looks like somebody used like that POR 15 paint to stop some of the rust around the wheel openings on the edges of the bed. But some of it made it back through and started eating along the rockers and the edge of the bed in front of the rear tires. Nicely detailed steel rims, body color matched like a faded off-white. And the lug nuts are detailed, everything. Blacked out painted grill. And it's got black blotches on it. Maybe it used to be a black truck and the white paint is starting to peel off in places. Let your imagination take you away and whatever you want to think. And it says bite and tackle. So it's not really bait and tackle, bite and tackle. But yeah, I mean the fish bites and stuff, so I'm sure that they're meaning bait. Then there's a little bit of touch up or black paint, once again bleeding through the white in the bed. I'm going to say that's probably what it's supposed to be. Does have an opening hood with a detailed engine and such, and metal on metal. Does have the hitch, of course, because I had the boat and trailer. Detailed taillights and tailgate with the Chevrolet. So put him down, and then once again get that 55 Chevy back, or 57 Chevy. I always want to call it a 55 because it reminds me of the Hot Wheels 55 Chevy panel, which is another one that's pretty much true to scale. It's almost identical in size to this one. So the 65 Chevy C10 looks really good sitting next to the 57 Chevy Suburban. That is a pretty nice set there, sitting next to each other, and that's how it's going to be in the lot, in the yard, whatever I want to call it. And anyways, moving along, we'll get these over here to the side, and we'll take a look at this boat and trailer. The trailer is done in all plastic, unfortunately. Even the wheels are the two-piece plastic. It has a chrome wheel with an outer black plastic tire, but they look really good because they are two-piece, and it has a very accurate flip-down caster, so you can roll the trailer where you want and it will stabilize it and such. Very authentic to a real boat trailer. And it does flip up. You have 4 little male ends on the trailer that fit into the female ends on the boat. And the boat is a little bit heavy because the entire bottom part, the entire red part, is metal. The seat area and the white area is plastic, but the whole base part is metal. The whole red area is metal, which makes for a nice little boat. I don't think they float, hence the holes in the bottom. So I don't know if they're all the way through or what, but I'm going to say they probably are. And it does latch on pretty good. And I would say that the female end for the receiver will work on most 164 vehicles with a hitch. If somebody needs this, I'll let it go for $5. So if you need it, let me know. Maybe on my Instagram page or my eBay store. I don't think I put it on the eBay store yet, but it is on the IG page. So that's it for our Truck of Tuesday, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back again on Friday with a Free It Friday, and it's going to be a mix of different brands, and it is also going to be barn find cars, because I've got on this diorama thing for this resto yard where it looks like a old school junkyard that's selling project cars or something out in the deserts of Arizona or New Mexico is what I'm going for with this diorama. I finished up Mr. Norm, so it's time for a new challenge. So that's what we're doing now. And I know I've pretty much got too many in this lot since I am limited on space. So we'll end up taking a few out and making it look a little better in the future. But first, I want to show you guys all of these cars. So be sure to tune back on Friday for our Free It Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.